So what the hell was that I just watched? I just finished watching the first 2 episodes of Boogiepop, and it's probably the most confusing anime I have ever seen. I can see why they brought out a second episode at the same time as the first episode, because the first episode is quite confusing, because there's a time period in there that is completely skipped over, because you basically see the ending of the anime. You see the ending of the anime where Boogiepop tells our main character Takeda that the entity that she was hunting is no longer alive, is being killed. But Boogiepop says that I did not kill it. Someone else did. So now it's our job, the viewers, to piece together all the puzzles as to how the Manticore which is the main villain and the entity that Boogiepop is after, as to how it came to be and how it was defeated. So yeah, basically throughout the first episode, we meet our main character, Takeda Keiji, and he's waiting to meet his girlfriend, Toka. But he can't find Toka. But she appears moments later in the middle of a street, covered in different clothes, and doesn't even remember who he is. So he goes to, the next couple of days, he goes to the school roof and comes face to face with Toka. But that's not Toka, that is in fact Boogiepop. Boogiepop is kind of like possessing Toka and using her body to hunt down the entity that she has came here for. I'm trying to get this all out properly. It's kind of hard to describe because there's a lot of shit that happens in this anime. A lot of shit that you need to puzzle together. So cut me some slack. It's hard to come up with some things to describe what is actually happening. So yeah, as Takeda is talking to Boogiepop, he builds kind of like a friendship with Boogiepop and kind of makes it an annual thing where he goes to the roof to meet Boogiepop and trying to discuss and find out what Boogiepop is. Is Boogiepop an entity, or is it a multiple personality that Toka never had? Is it a different personality that Toka thought she never had and it's come about because Toka is stressed out by exams and school, and every time that Toka comes out, her memory is gone, and then another memory needs to be replaced in that memory to fill in the gaps of time missing. So throughout the first episode, it tries to find a reasonable, logical explanation as to what Boogiepop is, but it still can't figure that out. But at the end of the first episode, we do find out that the Manticore is in fact killed, but Boogiepop doesn't do it, so Boogiepop disappears because her job is done. Her job is done and she leaves. So that's basically the end of the anime. We know what happens. But throughout the next couple of episodes, we have to piece together of how it happens. So yeah, in the second episode, we get some more character backstory. We meet Nagi Kirima, who's not a normal person. She actually seeks out abnormalities and hunts them down and tries to stop anything from happening because her father was a famous criminal psychological author. And he's given her all these skills as to decipher, basically break any mystery. We also get to meet one of Takeda's friends, Naoka, who plays a big part in the story, a really big part, even though her stay is really short-lived, because at the end of the episode, she is killed by the Manticore. She is killed by the Manticore. But I'll get to that more later, because we've got another character, three more characters to discuss actually. Saitama Masami, who is basically assisting the Manticore in their plans. And the plans are to build sort of like an army to basically help fight off Boogiepop or any other entity that comes to kill the Manticore. So he assists her in the plans and sort of builds like a relationship with the Manticore, and the Manticore builds a relationship with Saitama. And it's kind of, it feels like he's leading this Manticore on and has bigger plans in mind. But we also meet the Manticore's other half, Echo. Now, Echo we saw in the first episode. He was the guy who was crying and collapsed in the middle of the street. Well, Echo... Well, the Manticore... Well, let me get this straight. The Manticore is a clone of Echo. And Echo meets up with Naoka because Naoka finds him in the alley, just slumped over and basically on death's door and can no longer survive on his own. And Naoka finds him, picks him up, gives him some food, gives him shelter, and shows him kindness. And this affects Echo deeply because he's able to see that humans can be kind. Because we find out that Echo is an alien actually, an alien from a different planet, and he came here, he crash landed here, and the Manticore became a clone of him, and the Manticore broke out and killed everyone in the lab. So Echo is trying to find the Manticore and stop the Manticore from killing any more people. And that's why Boogiepop is there as well, because the Manticore is an entity that has thrown the balance out of whack, and Boogiepop is there to kill it. But we also learned that Naoka and Echo have sort of like a connection now that they're able to discuss and find more, and Naoka was able to find out more about the Echo and find more about and learn more about the Manticore that Echo was basically trying to find. So yeah, at the end of the episode, the Manticore kills Naoka as she just was probably in the wrong place at the wrong time. She just stumbled into a room where Satome and the Manticore were just discussing their plans, and she walked in and surprised the Manticore, and the Manticore, killed her. Killed her right there. And as the Manticore is reeling in pain because she realized that Echo has evolved and has connected with this person that she has just killed. And she knows that she is stuffed up, that Echo will now find her and go to great lengths to find her now, to stop all these plans from happening. And Echo doesn't find out Naoka is missing or dead until Nagi finds him and tells her that Naoka is missing. She is missing and we can't find her. And she tries to get answers out of Echo and tells him, just talk, speak, say something. Do you know where she is? And Echo doesn't respond to her because he can't talk. And he can only commute basically like a heart to heart and like meeting of the minds almost. So we learned a lot in episode 2, a lot. But it's still hard to put the puzzle pieces together. So what I suggest is, if you actually are stuck at all, go to Anime Reddit and go to the Boogiepop forum parts. Go to episode 2 and just scroll down to the comments section because someone has laid out the groundwork of what's happened in episode 1 and 2 and pieces them together in order as to what has happened. And it fills in the blanks nicely. It fills them in so nicely. Because throughout episode 2, you see things that happen in episode 1 and you get an explanation as to why they happen in episode 2. As you see a character with a certain other character and like, wait, he was with her and she was with that and that, and they were there with that and they were with that, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot more sense because you're kind of figuring it out as you go. You're figuring out and putting all the puzzles pieces together yourself because it is a strong mystery anime. And I can see why they brought out the second episode with episode 1 because a lot of people would drop it. And yeah, it wraps your mind. So anyway, Boogiepop, good start, real mind bender, and gets you really thinking throughout the anime. And yeah, it's a really good start to the season. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, maybe even subscribe. But until next time guys, I'm Aussie Otaku, and I'll catch you later.